Hey guys, Hassan Matthew here, Welfare to Well Off. Welcome back and thank you so much for joining me again today. Last time I mentioned a little bit about how I've lost pretty much everything and we're starting the rebuilding process. So today I want to talk about the importance of getting everything ready to start that foundation. And we're going to be speaking about short-term money-making strategies that get us ready for our long-term goals. So stick around, we'll be discussing that shortly. See you soon. Hi, welcome back. So we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this real quick, but first I want to talk about a preliminary step we're going to need to do before we start implementing these short-term money-making strategies, because they have to do with almost getting yourself a mentorship and working with other people, so you don't want to let them down. So it's very important that to the best of your ability, you get a good portion of the wreckage of your past cleaned up. So recently I had to close my business, so I had to make sure I did the closing in a way that made my employees happy, my partners happy, and the people who we were contracting with happy, so nothing, came around in the future to bite me in the butt. The next thing is my recently ex-wife is going through a move, so we're finishing that process right now. I'm devoting a lot of time to that. So then it's replanning everything out and making yourself a schedule. So right now I'm waking up around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing a lot of my stuff in the morning before I take the kids to school and help her, which is going to change and help out my new schedule as we're going through this. So now to the meat of the issue. Short-term money-making strategies isn't about get rich quick. It's not about quick money, fast money. You're going to have to grind. You're going to have to hustle. You're going to have to do what you need to do to get by and then some. What this is about is the short-term money-making strategies in order to build a bright and strong foundation for your future. And what you're going to be going for is learning your new trade, learning your new craft, gaining skills and experience in what you want to be when you grow up, so to speak. So right now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to be getting into real estate. So what I'm going to be doing is, in about 2 weeks from now after the move is done, I'm already making contacts with some of my real estate friends in order to have a commercial, industrial, and a residential real estate agent that I'm going to be working with, and I'm probably going to be making about $70 to $80 a day with them, doing their paperwork, doing their go for work, taking pictures, helping them with walkthroughs, doing whatever they need that they don't want to do, so I can learn the ins and outs of the business, so I can get my capital, and I can also have new skills and make new connections for new investor money. So that's what I'm going for. But what I'm doing in the morning is I'm doing social media marketing, and I make a call every afternoon. I have some coaching clients as well. So I have my little side things going. And that's where we're going to bring into doing what you know. You can make these all an amalgamation. I'm doing coaching, I'm doing consulting, and I'm doing real estate. This is all part of the Welfare to Well-Off model. It's an education company, and I'm documenting the process. But most of you aren't going to be doing what I'm doing, let's face it. So some of you are wanting to get into doing hair and doing beautician work. So what I would strongly recommend is, if you're good at hair, if you're good at makeup already, call your friends. Go to, if you have a religious organization you go to. I mean, weddings are a perfect place for that. Make yourself a little card, make yourself a little flyer, introduce yourself, tell people what you're doing, and start that way. You could be wanting to start a landscaping company, so a good start with that is marketing your service on Craigslist for cutting grass. You might want to do catering, so another place to go, you can go once again to, a religious organization, or if your kids have, soccer, baseball, football they're doing, start connecting with all the parents and tell them that you cook. Bring samples of food to them and say, yeah, if you're having a birthday party anytime soon, I'll cater, and, I'll cater relatively on the cheap. Now, don't sell yourself short. So that's going forward. And at the same time, this is all about personal development. So keep in mind, you're going to face rejection, you're going to face failures. And in order to go over that, I strongly suggest you look at the 2 videos that have been released this week. One is about emotional mastery and state control, and the other one is about turning confidence into criticism, and criticism into confidence. And the hardest critics that there ever are ourselves. So learn not to beat yourself up and learn to do that, because you're going to need that fortitude to keep pressing forward while you do this. So a little call to action here. Sit down after this video and write all the things you've been doing for the past 5 years, all the skills, hard and soft, that you might have, and figure out what you can do in order to make that money, and then figure out maybe some marketing vehicles. Craigslist, for instance, for hair, cutting grass, so on and so forth. Now, caveat, be safe about it. Tell people where you're going, how long you're going to be there, and maybe do some check-ins. If you're into graphic design or, web-based stuff, there's Fiverr. That's a great way to freelance yourself out and get the experience and a little portfolio built for yourself. There's so many things you can do. So if you have a skill, figure out what your hard and soft skills are, write them down, and figure out ways to get it out there, whether it just starts with calling all your friends. And do it now. Put this on paper so while you still have the steam. So that being said, do not forget to like and subscribe so you can keep watching us document this journey and hopefully get some motivation, inspiration, and information on your quest from welfare to well-off. Until next time, Hassan Matthew, catch you soon. Bye-bye.